In a world torn by conflict where the cries of innocent children often go unheard, one man's final wish has transcended the boundaries of faith and politics. Pope Francis, revered for his humility and compassion, has left behind a legacy that continues to touch lives even after his departure from this world. Today, we reveal the extraordinary story of how the Pope's most iconic symbol, his Popemobile, is being transformed into a beacon of hope for the children of Gaza. This is not just a story of charity. This is a testament to how one person's vision of peace can create ripples of change in the most desperate corners of our world. For decades, the Popemobile has been more than just a vehicle. It has been the moving platform from which millions of faithful have received blessings, a symbol of the pontiff's desire to be close to his flock while maintaining necessary security. The bulletproof enclosure was installed after the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981, but it never prevented Pope Francis from reaching out to the people, especially the sick, the elderly, and children. From St. Peter's Square in Vatican City to the favelas of Brazil, from the war-torn streets of Iraq to the impoverished communities of Africa, this vehicle carried not just a religious leader, but a messenger of peace and unity. Now, in his final act of solidarity, Pope Francis has decreed that this same vehicle, the symbol of his papacy, be repurposed for perhaps its most sacred mission, yet the statistics are heartbreaking. Nearly 1 million children displaced. A healthcare system in ruins. Schools destroyed. Basic necessities like clean water and medicine have become luxuries few can afford. As Pope Francis often said, children are not numbers. They are faces, names, stories, and each one is sacred. In Gaza, these sacred lives hang in the balance. Children suffer from malnutrition, preventable diseases, and injuries that go untreated as hospitals lie in rubble and medical supplies dwindle. The Pope, even in his final months, could not turn away from their suffering. Throughout his pontificate, he had consistently called for peace in the Holy Land, for dialogue rather than violence, for bridges rather than walls. This final gift represents everything he stood for, turning an icon of religious authority into a mobile clinic that will serve those most forgotten by the world. The transformation of the Popemobile is nothing short of miraculous in its own right. Engineers and medical experts have worked tirelessly to convert the vehicle into a fully equipped mobile health unit. Where once stood the bulletproof enclosure that protected the Pope, now rests medical equipment that will protect children's lives. The mobile clinic is being outfitted with diagnostic tools, examination equipment, rapid tests for infections, vaccines, suture kits, and other essential medical supplies. Peter Brun, Secretary General of Caritas Sweden, explained, "With the vehicle we will be able to reach children who today have no access to health care, children who are injured and malnourished." He added, "This is a concrete, life-saving intervention at a time when the health system in Gaza has almost completely collapsed." Caritas Jerusalem, an organization with deep roots in serving the Holy Land's most vulnerable communities, has been entrusted with this sacred mission. With over 100 dedicated staff members on the ground, they have been a lifeline for Gaza's even in the most difficult circumstances. Anton Asfar, Secretary General of Caritas Jerusalem, shared his perspective. "This vehicle represents the love, care, and closeness shown by His Holiness for the most vulnerable, which he expressed throughout the crisis." The organization plans to deploy the mobile health unit to reach children in the most isolated areas of Gaza once humanitarian access is restored. Doctors and medical staff will travel with the vehicle, bringing not just medicine but also the Pope's message of hope and healing. This extraordinary gesture goes beyond humanitarian aid. It carries a profound spiritual and moral message to a divided world. By transforming a symbol of his papacy into a tool for healing, Pope Francis continues to challenge us all to reconsider our priorities. What do we value more, symbols of power and authority, or the lives of innocent children caught in conflicts they did not create? The Popemobile, once a protected space separating a leader from potential harm, is now being sent directly into one of the world's most dangerous zones to provide protection to the defenseless. As Brun powerfully stated, it's not just a vehicle. It's a message that the world has not forgotten about the children in Gaza. And more than that, it's an invitation for all of us to remember too. In our world of short attention spans and shifting headlines, the suffering in Gaza risks fading from public consciousness. Pope Francis' final gift stands as a powerful reminder that we cannot look away. While we may not all have Popemobiles to donate, we each have resources, however modest, that can make a difference. Organizations like Caritas continue to need support to maintain their life-saving work. But perhaps the most important resource we can offer is our voice. Speaking up for peace, for the protection of innocent lives, for diplomatic solutions to conflicts that have claimed too many children's futures. As Christians around the world reflect on this extraordinary act of charity, we're reminded of the words from Matthew 25 verse 40. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. The Popemobile of peace stands as Pope Francis' final testament, a powerful symbol transformed into practical action. In the midst of darkness, this small light of hope reminds us that even the most entrenched conflicts can be transformed when we choose compassion over indifference, healing over harm. As this blessed vehicle makes its way through the broken streets of Gaza, it carries with it not just medicine for bodies, but balm for souls. Not just help, but hope. And in doing so, it ensures that Pope Francis' message of peace continues to resonate throughout our troubled world.